Hey guys, we're just out here today. The weather gods have given us one semi-decent day on some really bad tides, so I thought it'd be a perfect opportunity to talk to you about another Dometic Sea-Star product that's been installed on my boat when we did the boat build, and that's the Jackpot Extreme. I've had the boat on the water now for about 6 months, and I just like to talk you through where I use it, how I found it, and why I think every boat should have a Jackpot installed. I've got the Jackpot Extreme installed on my boat, rated up to 400 horsepower in the 6-inch setback. So it does a 6-inch lift at a 6-inch setback. They've also got a new range on the market, which is the Mega, which is rated up to 600 horsepower if you've got something bigger than my motor. But the Jackpot Extreme is perfect for my engine and boat. So we headed out through Lucinda boat ramp this morning. It gets very shallow. We headed out on almost dead low tide. Another one of the popular ramps we lease from is Taylor's Beach. Same thing. We don't really have to check the tides though with this boat. This boat competes with a lot of smaller boats. One of the key advantages of having that jack plate, lifting that up 6 inches and coming in and out through the leads there. I've passed a lot of smaller boats coming in and out through there and had zero worry about my boat hitting the sand. Righto, so probably one of the most useful reasons for using the jack plate is being able to jack that jack plate up. Gives you a lot of forward momentum. So instead of trimming your engine out, lifting the bow up, bogging your back down, coming in over those flats, just lifting your engine up, keeping your nose down so you've got great visuals over the front. Probably one of the main reasons why jack plate's probably better coming in and out through the shallows than using your trim. Another great advantage of having the jack plate, when I put the boat on and off the trailer, I have probably one of the best drive on, drive off trailers made by George. Any novice, even me who's never driven a boat on and off the trailer, found it an absolute dream. And I've always been worried on those dead low tides of hitting my skeg on the bottom. Sometimes up in North Queensland you've got, not the greatest of ramps, and so driving the trailer all the way back and then having to load your boat on, always worried about the skeg hitting as you're driving on. With the jack plate, you can jack that up 6 inches. I know that I'm, with the height of my trailer as well, I know I'm completely safe. And then I can also have my motor tucked in fully, so it means I get maximum force in putting that trailer on and I'm not spraying everyone at the ramp or creating a big scene. Installed with the jack plate, when we did all the installations, and you would have seen it if you followed along the build series, we've actually got the ProTap Controller installed in the boat as well. With the ProTap Controller, we've also opted with the ProTap switches, which is it's almost like indicators on your car. It means that you don't have to take your hands off the steering wheel to adjust your trim or your jack plate. Makes me feel like a bit of a race car driver, and it's very easy to use. We wired in the trim as well, and I actually had my trim switches go, and I just got them warranty replaced on my Merc motor. So having that as a backup has saved me over the last 80 hours before my 200-hour service. So it's been very handy having that. So yeah, I've got the trim controllers on either side of my steering wheel. If you guys look at that, the ProTap controller, that just means that I can set my favorite functions. When you're driving along, if you've got an optimal ride height or an optimal trim height, you can save those by holding your levers up or down for 5 seconds. That'll allow you to set your optimal cruising jack plate height and trim height, and then to access them while you're driving, you just hold up for 1 second and that'll automatically take your jack plate and your trim to the best settings. Righto, so finally, and probably the most used reason for the jack plate is not going in and out of shallow water. It's actually to save fuel and get better fuel economy on your motor. I've got a big 300, so any extra fuel I'm saving is an absolute bonus for me. And I've played around with it over the last 6 months, and sometimes it makes up to 0.3 of a kilometre litre difference. Over a 100-kilometre trip out to the reef or back from the reef, that's massive. I can't do the quick maths for you right now, but yeah, to demonstrate that, we're actually going to go for a bit of a run along the beach here. We've found really nice calm conditions up the top of Hinchinbrook here. I'm going to show you the differences of running your jack plate down, which would be your standard motor height, and then we're going to play around with the jack plate settings and put them up, and we'll be able to show you the differences in fuel consumption between ride heights. Jack plate all the way down. We'll go and start with our trim all the way down as well. I'm going to keep my trim on 12. Righto, let's go. 4,000 rev. Righto, so we just went for a quick run then. At about 3,800 to 3,900 revs, we were looking at 1.4 to 1.45 kilometers a litre. And then with our jacking plate fully up at the 6 inches, we were looking at anywhere between 1.5 to 1.6. So it did make between a 0.1 to 0.2 of a difference. So that's 200 meters per litre. So after 5 kilometers, you're saving an extra litre of fuel just by adjusting your jack plate to the conditions. So there's lots more that you can play around for. That was just a quick run to demonstrate that you can get a really good fuel economy improvement out of the jack plate, and it's probably one of the main reasons why I use it. Jacking plate up 6 inches, brings the nose down, you don't have to have as much trim, so, and makes the boat just run unbelievably well. So if you're in the market for a jack plate, make sure to check them out. Check out Seastar Dometic. Definitely a huge benefit if you're doing long runs like me to and from the reef. And then in and out, saving the bottom of your skeg on those ramps and those sandbars. So yeah, if you're in the market, check them out. I'll leave a link in the description down below on where you can read up further about them.